Hey folks, John Becker here, State Representative from Claremont County, 65th House District, bringing to you a two-part video on Columbus Day. Today is October 12th, 2020. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is what's going to be on your ballot. And I brought one with me. Got mine in the mail, which is the way I like to vote. That way I get a chance to look it over and give it some thought before I take it down to Batavia and just drop it in their drop box. So there's a few names I want to talk to you about on here because most of the people are listed as Republican or Democrat, but there are three names on here who are Republican and are not listed as Republican or Democrat. So who I want you to vote for is for Ohio Supreme Court, Judi French, and also for Ohio Supreme Court is Sharon Kennedy. So there's two separate seats that are up for re-election. They're both fine ladies and good conservative Republicans. The third name on here who I want you to vote for is Brendan Shea, S-H-E-A, and he is running for 10th District member of the State Board of Education, also a conservative Republican. Of course, I want you to vote for Donald Trump and the entire Republican ticket. Now, I want to talk to you about the Biden presidency. As Nancy Pelosi might say, that we have to vote for it to see what's in it. So what are the policies of Biden? Well, there's a whole lot we don't know, but there are a few things that some safe bets here. So we can expect some version of the Green New Deal. Hard telling what that might look like and how that might decimate Ohio's economy with the elimination of oil, gas, and coal production and a fracking that goes on in much of the state. Also, we're going to see the repeal of the Trump tax cuts. That was a promise that Biden made at the last presidential debate. So that means a tax increase for all of us. What might be most concerning is a concept called packing the court. So the U.S. Supreme Court is made up of 9 justices. That's not determined by the Constitution. The Constitution doesn't give any minimum or maximum number. There could be one person or there could be 101 people. And the problem is the Supreme Court has given itself an enormous amount of power that was never originally intended. So if you take today's interpretation or understanding of the power of the Supreme Court, if there was only one person on the Supreme Court, the Chief Justice would have the power of an emperor. Obviously, that was never envisioned by the framers of the Constitution. So so if Biden gets on there, he might add, who knows, another half a dozen left-wing liberals, and the Supreme Court would once again reassert itself as the policy-making tribunal of the United States. Again, that was never the intent, and it's frightening. So, what would that do for, say, your First Amendment or Second Amendment rights? Well, what's our 10th Amendment rights look like today? 10th Amendment, states' rights, 9th Amendment, they're pretty much meaningless. Is the Second Amendment going to be meaningless as well? Certainly could be. There's no reason why the Supreme Court couldn't come out and say nobody has a right to bear arms unless you're police or military. What would your First Amendment rights look like? Hard telling. What's your freedom of speech, freedom of religion? Well, it is whatever they say it is. So that's a frightening concept, which is why we need originalists on the Supreme Court, the Scalia types, like Amy Coney Barrett, who is currently being considered. Another thing I want to bring to your attention is Nancy Pelosi has been talking about invoking the 25th Amendment. So what the 25th Amendment is, that has to do with if the president becomes impaired and can no longer do his duties, that the vice president would take over. Well, the media keeps thinking that he's talking about Trump. I'm thinking she's talking about Biden. That once if Biden wins, he'll be in maybe a couple of months, a year, who knows. They'll, he's obviously has some, let's just say, some cognitive concerns, and they're going to want to remove him and insert Kamala, I believe is how you pronounce her first name, Kamala Harris, that she would be an extraordinarily liberal president. She's more liberal than Obama and Sanders, if you can imagine such a thing. So that's part one of today's two-part video. And when I come back, I'm going to be talking about Governor DeWine. And so until then, have a great day. Bye-bye.